Hey guys, welcome back to part 132 of StreamWorld. Today we are going to be trying, hopefully, to build a castle. Yeah, we're going to be building a castle. I bit my lip earlier and it hurts now. We need you. Good one, Josh. Good one. Right, we're loading in. Oh, it's raining. Great. I don't remember it raining when I left. Oh, it was a trademark. Yeah, I don't remember it raining. Oh my god. That is bad outside. What was that? Was that a village? I saw something. I swear I saw something move outside. Damn, this weather's nuts. By the way, not long ago, I literally only just built this and it wasn't even raining. Oh, it was a villager. What are you doing here, Papa? Mate, evacuate inside. Seek shelter, bro. Like, your bed is right there. Just go around. I've noticed villagers are much smarter on Java than they are on Bedrock. I guess their AI system is different, maybe? I don't know. But, today's been a really, I would say, very cool day. Like, yeah, it was raining earlier for me. I went job hunting. I went to loads of places, asking them if they need someone to be hired for the job, and is that black cat? Oh, it's black. It's black. It's not a sign of good luck. It's a sign that I'm probably going to explode with. Oh, what's the word? I love black cats. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever like said this like on a stream, but like when I see a black cat, I'm going straight for it. Like I kid you not. Like black cats are what I consider the cutest kittens or cats in the world. Like I feel bad for them. They're a sign of bad luck. Like who even made that? Like, I know it's because apparently they're associated with witches and all, but like, has anyone seen a witch in the UK recently? I haven't. I haven't seen one in like 500 years. Like, seriously? Where the witch is at? Alright, where's that cat gone? I want to make sure that cat gets a nice home and doesn't get killed by a random person who hates black cats. Right, come with me. You're safe now. Worst of all, it's out in the rain. Cats hate water. So, poor thing. I'll put you on my bed. The place where you belong. A nice, cosy place to sleep. No. Okay, that's something I'm going to have to get used to again. Alright, let's see if there's any more black cats. I mean, they're spawning villagers when it's a full moon. I mean, I won't be able to tell. Every moon is a bloody circle. Also, what are these guys doing? Okay, he's under shelter doing his job, but this guy, all their jobs are inside, and why are they coming out for? These guys are strange, bro. What was that? Aww. That's cute. No, don't turn away from me. I want a photo. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, shoot! I didn't mean to that. Go on, lie back down. I'm very sorry. No, don't lie down. Actually, come on me. Do it on my bed instead. It's cozier. These guys stink of money because of the amount of stuff that they've been trading. Alright, come on me. Right, you sit on the bed and you lie down, okay? You rest on my bed, okay? This is your resting spot. Not there, certainly not there. No room, and definitely not on there because I'd hit you with a hammer and you will die. So please do not, just stay on the bed, okay? or on the windowsill. You can watch me from the outside, if you can even see what I'm doing. Mate, look outside. Right, this is terrible. This was not scripted at all. Like when I joined here, it just suddenly started raining. I didn't touch anything at all. Like when I left, it was sunny, so the rain must have appeared right as I left. What the hell was that? Something sketchy's going on. I've got all the materials to hopefully build part of the castle. Maybe that might be like one room. Yeah, I could even place the throne here. What the fuck? No, seriously, like the one room that I can build could be the room where we hold the throne. Also, I've got an update for you lot. Basically, one of my friends, also my ex-girlfriend, because I try to be civil with her, and yeah, that's sort of works. But nah. Basically, she unadded me because apparently her boyfriend, her new boyfriend, has anxiety. Sounds stupid, right? So apparently she has to unadd all the boys that are in her, like, on her phone, only so that she could be happy with her boyfriend. Like, seriously, that is stupid if you ask me. Like, I would never ask my girl to delete all boys off their phone. Like, I would never do that. I mean, if she was chatting to him, like trying to convince him to, that's when I'd tell her, delete that boy off your phone right now, because you ain't cheating on me. But to be fair, I'm glad I'm not dating her right now. I mean, it was a nightmare. Worst girlfriend in the fucking world. Oh, are we gonna get baby or not? Well, I want your emeralds, so that's one thing I'm guaranteed to get. No, seriously, what I'm talking about is this girl, the same girl I'm talking about, ran away from home, tried to do some stuff which I could not say on YouTube, otherwise I'd probably get kicked off the platform, and it begins with S, ends in E. Both attempts failed, and apparently it was all my fault, according to her friends. Her friends started sending me death threats, and yep, it all kicked off from there. But look at me now, I'm happy, even though my hair says something else, but I promise you I'm happy. All I want right now is a job, that's it. I just want to earn my own money, and that's it. I don't want anything else. I don't care about the women anymore. Like, I don't care about the love, I don't care about the BF and the GF. I will care about the wife and husband thing when it comes, but for now, nuh-uh. This man is staying a virgin, and he's proud to be a virgin. I mean, it's quite funny because back in the day, like the 1800s or something, people used to get made fun of for losing their virginity. Like, how weird is that? Well, I mean, I could go up to Belle and laugh at her. You've lost your virginity. You fucking freak. but no, that's been changed for years, so there's no point. Anyways, I think the sun's beginning to set now. No, but seriously, like I told one of her best friends about it. They were not happy. She was like, why is she deleted all the boys off the phone call? I was like, I know, this is stupid. But you know what I'm hoping she she messages me back saying, I'm sorry, the relationship didn't turn out well, and I'm sorry for everything I did. I'm waiting for that message. If you want, I'll show you the message I sent her. It's not bad. It won't get me kicked off YouTube. However, it is probably one of the most grown-up things I've ever said, like in a conversation. Ooh, Tara. You know what? Tara's quite cute, to be fair. I never. It's quite sad because I've left school now and I never got to know Tara. She's a nice girl. Like, she hangs around with all the cool girls and the cool lads that think they're everything. Of course, I'm friends with them as well, which is the best part. If they classify me as one. Yeah. So here it is. So okay. So I'll start from right from the start. So this morning at 1:45, I messaged her saying, "Only 5 days left. How you feeling?" And then she put, "Well, I don't know how to explain, but I'm gonna have to remove every boy off my Snap." Me, how come? Her, well, I started dating someone and I could say they're overprotective. Oh, okay, that's what I said. And she put sorry. And then I put, "Don't worry, just unblock me on WhatsApp and we'll talk there." She put, "I can't." And I put, "Plus, it's a bit stupid that you must do that." And she put, "No, I understand because he has issues like me." And then I put, "You could tell him that you're just friends." So at this point, I'm neutral. I'm happy. Like I'm like, okay, she's dating a new guy. I understand. Like, of course, I'm her friend, and I'll be there for her to support her with the guy. Like usually, when my girlfriends, as in friends like girls, when they get boyfriends, usually I chat with the lad and I try and help him out. Oh, the rain's gone. Nice. So then, okay, I don't know if I've already said this, but I put, "You can just tell them that we're friends," and then she put, "Yeah, but trust issues and overthinking." And then I put, "Plus, I thought you was done with relationships," and then she put, "Well, I want to start trying again," and then I put, "Okay, that's fine." And at that moment, I realised that she lied to me because when I met up with her, I don't know how long ago it was, I asked her if she was going to get into another relationship with another lad, and I did say specifically, "Not me." She said no. She said, I've given up with the relationships." I went, "Oh, right." And then she put, "But anyways, I'm going to have to remove you now, sorry." So then I put, "Wait." Then I wanted to call her so we could figure something out. She didn't respond, and then she unfriended me. So then at that point, I got pissed, like full on pissed. No, not pissed as in my face went red like it usually does when I'm that pissed off. No, I was fuming. So then I brought out the biggest paragraph not the biggest. It's a bunch of writing. So you can tell by what I put that I'm fuming. "You're not worth holding on to much longer. I don't want to speak to you ever again, and I don't even bother trying to be my friend. You care about one boy rather than your boyfriends, as in friends that are boys. You've crossed the line, and I hope you're happy that you're in a relationship because I'm glad I have girlfriends to talk to and boyfriends, as in friends that are boys and girls, as in a variety." And then I put, "The next time you message me, I want an apology because you lied to me just like how Jenny did." So basically what happened with Jenny was I asked her out and she said, "No, I'm on a break, I don't want any relationships." A couple of days later she dates her ex again, and they're still dating now. But the best part is I'm friends with both of them, and I was on call to them earlier. And then my final message was, "So farewell," and then I'm not saying the last bit because that's her full name, and first and middle name. I don't even think she's read this, to be fair. Is there any way I can see if she's read it? Because I swear to God, she must have read it. I don't understand. But seriously, I was fuming. like next time I see that girl like out in the streets, I'm just gonna pretend I never even know her. If she comes up to me and she starts being all, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that, you know. It's just my boyfriend has trust issues, and you know, that's a good impression of her actually. I'll be like, no, you can fuck right off. I got better friends than you to hang around with, and at least I care about all my friends that are boys and girls, rather than just caring about one boy and discarding the rest of them. Like seriously, that girl has no idea what she has just done. Like seriously, she's just deleted every lad apart from him, her boyfriend, who apparently she met at an airport, according to my friend Jenny. Where'd the mountains go? Okay, this is a bit sketchy now. I'm not liking this. Oh, it's right there. I'm not liking this, like genuinely. It was a bit foggy in the last episode, and now the fog's just got even worse. Well, what the hell? When I move the grass, the the dirt blocks glitch. When I do it here, it just doesn't. I'm getting bad vibes, you know. The last thing I want, like an entity like Herobrine, just covering the entire world with a fog and then just killing me and deleting the world, because that would be the one thing that would absolutely like push me to my limit. That would make me more angry than what Jake did to me. Like seriously, like look at that. So I'm not sure if you know, you should have saw earlier, because I walked to the guy's house to trade with him. Yeah, so like, so there's a house there, there's a house there, there's a house there, there's a house there, there's a tiny farm there, another house there, and then there's meant to be a house back there. You can just about see the roof right here. Like the best part is that if I come up here, so this is the very top. So if I stand here, I can see literally everything, apart from stuff in the distance. Like this is strange. Like I've never seen anything like it. Like I know people would tell me to change my render distance, but I've tried. Watch. Look, right. Oh, whoops. Right, watch. It only goes down. It only goes down to 6. Like, look, listen. Look, I'm holding on to it. It's not moving. It only goes down. Like literally. Look. So look. It only goes down. Seriously, this is not cool. Whoa. Why that happen? Oh, it's because I reloaded the chunks, you fucking mouth. Oh. So I'll show you what I mean. So yeah, here's the house here. You could just bet to the roof here. No, seriously, Joe. One thing I would love right now. Belle comes screaming back at me. Like she doesn't want to be my friend anymore. She just wants to scream her ass at me. Like seriously, I would love that. That would be the one thing that gets me laughing for the day. Like to be fair, I laugh nearly every day. Like I've learned, like ever since I've left school, that's been a big thing of me. I've noticed that I've been laughing more often than usual. Also, let me fix these lights real quick. I realised because it's a bit odd. Like the lights are there, that one's in the centre, so might as well match. But seriously, if she comes to my house on Friday, because that's when she comes back in 5 more days. If she comes back and she comes to my house and she complains, and her parents do as well, about the message I sent her, that's it. That's when I'm gonna snap. like for good. Like, I mean it. Like, I'll be yelling at the top of my lungs, telling them to fuck off and all. And if they call the police, I'm like, mate, you're on my. You came to me and you started this shit. I didn't want anything. You know, I was actually going to write a letter to Bell House and then post it for the mail, so when they get home, they can read it. And yeah, I can tell her parents what she did to me and a majority of loads of lads. Because seriously, what Belle did is just not right. Like, you know what I want to do? All those popular lads that I used to hang around with. Well, I never used to hang around with, but always used to support me somehow. Even though, for some reason, it felt like it was taking the piss out of me, when apparently they were just supporting me. Which sounds fine. I mean, I love being supported, because, you know, makes me feel like I'm worth something to someone. No, but seriously, when I say this, I genuinely mean it. But like if I see Belle come to my house on Friday or Saturday or anything, and she's with her parents, I'm gonna know. Like, I'll explain everything, and when I say everything, I mean as in to give Belle a bad reputation, and yeah. So the parents will hopefully believe me, but I doubt they will, because they hate me for some reason. I don't understand why. Like, the whole incident of me and Belle doing something, and she apparently not consenting to it when she didn't tell me anything. And she said, "Oh, you need to look at my facial expressions." No, bitch, you tell me. Sorry. That's my this is my serious side coming out now. Like, it may not look like it, but genuinely, when I lower my tone, like this isn't even my normal voice. Like, I don't talk to anyone with my normal voice because people think that I'm approaching them and I'm ready to throw hands. Like, genuinely, like, my voice is actually much deeper. Like, I only speak like this because my dad speaks at a similar tone, and that's how he talks normally. Like, whoa. Huh, you know what? It's worth it. Nice. Shoot, wrong button. You know what? It's actually much better than the mountains are not there. I can actually... Oh, you know what? That's kind of cool. Like, if Belle says, like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I want to date you again." Nope. Fuck off. Never want to see you again. Because seriously, like, I want to find girls that actually love me rather than just using me for, I don't know, whatever she wanted me for. Like, I only dated her because I thought, you know what, she's a nice girl and I think she'll like me back. So then I asked her out in 2021 when it was all foggy and cold, but not too cold. That's what I will say, because it was a very nice day on that day. It was dark, it was foggy, it wasn't too cold, and me and Belle just felt really romantic together. And I asked her out and she said yeah. I remember that day very well. I didn't really talk about it much, but like, I remember literally everything that we did together. The first time we hugged, first time we kissed, first time we did a couple things. So, how it all started was, yeah, I've just explained how we became boyfriend and girlfriend. So how we hugged was that me, Belle, Molly and Jake played out. Molly ended up going home because it was dark, but Jake and Molly both was talking, apparently. They said that they wanted to try and get me and Belle to hug, and at the time I was nervous. I was like, okay, it's been nearly 2 years since I've hugged a girl, like a girlfriend. So I was very nervous, and so eventually I kept refusing. I was like, no, I don't want to do it. And Belle was just, no, Belle was just, she was a bit shy. I remember young Belle before the whole insanity stuff. Like, well, she used to be like the sweetest girl in the world, and all of a sudden, she's just gone on a different. She's gone rogue. She's doing her own thing, and that's what I hate about her. She's not the same girl that I remember her being. Like, she was better at one point, like towards the middle of 2022. She was still, you know, all stressed out, but not as bad as she is now. I thought it was bad at the time, but no, this is worse. And yeah, so I had a photo somewhere. I'm not going to explain what the photo is because it's nothing bad, but I just don't want to explain because it's weird. It's a weird photo. I took it of myself. No, not by myself. Of something else. I took it by myself. No, I took it of myself. By myself. Mate, it's so confusing. So, on that same day I took the photo, I deleted the photo now because apparently someone said they were going to leak it, so I deleted it immediately, and then, you know, I saved the day for myself. And on that same day, me and Belle, we went round the corner. We put our arms over each other. She was saying, well, on that same day, I hugged her from behind for the first time. And she absolutely loved it. Like she was it was really wholesome, to be fair. Like, seeing Belle really, really happy. Like, very happy. Like, let me know. And then, so we went round the corner because there was a bunch of teenagers at the park. We both put our hands around each other and we kissed, all on our own. I told Molly and Jake, and both of them were just absolutely mind blown. They were like, I can't believe you've done it. Well done. And then from that point, anything that we accomplished together as a couple, we just kept it to ourselves. We didn't tell Molly. Well, I don't know if Belle told Molly, but I didn't tell Jake anything. So then, of course, I think the day was May 17th, 2022. That's when we kissed for the first time. Like, seriously, if I could go back in time and rewatch the moment, all the cool moments, well, no, all the best moments that I had with Belle, I would probably cry. Like, seriously. Because we had some really good times together. Even when we went to Alton Towers on the 18th of July 2022, like, even after Alton was done, we both went to the park, we both went round the corner again, and we just made out. Seriously, best thing in the world. I miss those times. I'm just hoping that I can date another girl that would do the exact same stuff as Belle did back then. But I'm worried that I might find a different girl who is either better or worse. But you know, I'm leaving it on a hiatus for now, if that's the word. It's something like that. It sounds like that. I don't know what the word is. But the one thing I am scared about is that Belle will probably try to accuse me of more things in the future, because what Belle accused me of earlier this year, that was threatening for me to get a job. Because if it was all true that Belle said, I could have been locked up, but it wasn't. Well, it kind of was true, but she never told me no, which was the problem. Like genuinely, if she told me that she didn't like it, then I would have said sorry, and then I would never have done it again. But of course, because she didn't tell me, how am I supposed to know? I'm not fucking Akinator. I don't know everything. I can't guess what you're thinking right now. You're thinking of liking and subscribing, aren't you? So yeah, please do that. Go down there, press the subscribe button, and turn it grey. You know what to do. Thank you very much. and on with the story. So I can't remember off the top of my head when it was where we did more than just, but we kind of just, I thought, you know what, I'll take a risk, and I walked Belle home once, well, on one day, and all of a sudden she just turned freaky, like out of nowhere. Like she wanted something from me, which only I had, and I think you know where this is going. So, of course, me being 15 and also being cautious not to go wrong, I took her to my bedroom, and then we did, you know what, with clothes on. Yes, I did leak, but of course it all got cleaned up in the end, and also clothes were on, as in like joggers, shirts and all. So we did that multiple times, and I told everyone, I was like, you know what, me and Bella getting there now. We're basically, we're getting through the stages of a relationship rapidly, and all them lot were like, oh cool, good luck, and I was like, thanks. And then of course came, I think it was June? No, it wasn't. Yeah, I think it was June. So in June, Belle ran away from home, which put her parents in panic, but most importantly, me. Like I was shitting bricks, I tell you. Like I was panicking like mad. I was like, what if we find her dead? And then they were like, don't be silly. But seriously, like, she ran out. She ran to the park. She hid from us, and like, we saw her, and she ran, and then we lost her. So I thought, you know what? I'll run after her. I'll try and catch up to her, and I'll try and calm her down. She did not see it in that way, and she just kept on running. Yeah, she just did not stop running. She thought that I was going to catch up to her and I was going to do something. But no, all I wanted to do was protect her and look after her, and, you know, anything that a boyfriend would do. And in the end, we found her on the bench. There was a bunch of teenagers. We asked them, and they were like, no, we haven't seen a girl. And then, next thing you know, we find her on the bench. So I approach her slowly without noticing, and out of nowhere, I just grab her from behind and I'll just hug her. She got scared to start off with, but then she grabbed my arms and then full on grabbed me, squeezed me tight, and then started crying. And at that point, I put her on my back and I gave her a piggyback back to my mum's car. My mum phoned her parents saying, yep, we found her. And yeah. And that was the second time she ran away from home. I can't quite remember the first one. I think all I remember was she ran away and then she came back because she was frightened. And all of this was because of an exam. And it was health and social, which was stupid. Seriously, if I was stressing over an exam, I would tell someone. I'd be like, hey, listen, I've got an exam coming up soon and I'm panicking. What do you want me to do to try and calm myself down? And then listen to what they have to say and then apply it. And if it works, it works. I thank them, and they're proud that they've changed someone. But with the thing that Belle did a little bit later on, like probably say August, when we went to Perryhill Park, and basically I accidentally pissed her off. So she ran away. Of course, I was running after her saying, "Oh, I'm sorry." She was just blatantly ignoring me, like I wasn't even talking at all. And so at the end, I told her, if you walk through the gates, I'm leaving you here on your own. And then at that point, I got closer to her. I put my arm on her. She brushed my arm away and walked down. And then I yelled down there with her. Not as in we're breaking up, but we're done. No, it wasn't we're done. It was I'm done. It was something like I'm done, like that. Like I wasn't like fuming, angry. I was just like, yeah, we're done. Just straight face. And yeah. So I carried on walking across the field. I turned behind me and I see her following me. I'm like, oh, for God's sake, I can't be dealing with this. And like, I even yelled across the field. I was like, "Fuck you, Belle," like something like that. She just didn't respond. It was almost like she was dead. Inside, of course. She's still alive now. Like, she's on holiday, but seriously, she is a nightmare child. Like she says that her niece is an absolute nightmare. When I saw her, she was the cutest little girl I've ever seen. Like, that sounds weird, but trust me, she was beautiful. Like she was dressed like she was ready to take a man out. Not me, but well, let me reword it. A boy out, her age, because she was about 5 or 6 or no, she was about 9. Well, no, 8 at the time, but I think she's 9 now. Like she was beautiful. Like she wanted me to treat her as if we're part of the family. Like we went down the slide together. She sat on the lap and we went down because she wanted to. And yeah, she really enjoyed it. And Belle was just sitting on the grass, all depressed like she usually is. Went up to her and I was like, "What's the matter?" She was like, "It's my niece. She's always dragging people away from me." I was like, "Belle, I've got all the time in the world with you. So let me spend my time with your family." And so, of course, you know, we all had a bit of playtime together. We found a hula hoop as well, like one of those things you put around your waist and you spin them. And geez, I never even knew I was that good at it. Like seriously. But if I showed you a video of me using a hula hoop, you would think, nah, that's impossible. There's no way Josh Malphus could do that. But you would be wrong, because I did it. Oh no. You know, it don't matter. I'm placing stairs here anyways. So afterwards, Belle started feeling a bit ill. So she told the parents that she was going to go home, and so they asked her, of course, "How are you going to get home?" And she said that my mum was going to pick her up. So yeah, my mum came, picked both of us up. I said goodbye to everyone, and weirdly, her niece called me Kyle. I was thinking, could that have been her ex? But I don't know. Seriously, I do not know. I'll do it. Thanks, brother. Oh, leather. I need that. I don't care about the leads, just the leather. Die, mosquito. Like, I really enjoyed that night because it was Belle's dad's birthday, and I think he was 60. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think he was 60. He was younger than I thought he was. He looks old, but deep inside, he was a fresh young man. He was. Me and him, we got on along very well. Like me and her mum, we never really spoke to each other. We kind of just we greeted each other, and like say for example, if we're ordering food at a table, that's when I would tell her, okay, so Beverly, I want this and this. And I was like, I'll pay, but then Belle's dad was like, no, don't worry, we'll pay for it. I was like, no, such a gentleman. Getting all, I don't know what the word is, but I don't know the word to anything, to be fair. I just say it out loud because, yeah, I just don't know. There was this one time when we went to Tim Hortons in Bentley Bridge. Belle just completely lost it and stormed out the room. She was all distraught, and she was proper sad. I could tell by how she was, well, how she looked. Like she looked very sad. So I went out to her. Before I went out to her, her father told me, Could you go out to Belle and have a little chat with her, because recently her grades have not been the best. So I was wondering if you could try and convince her to do better. So at that point I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to say it. And so I turned to her and I said, Belle, if you keep on ignoring me, I will break up with you. And she said, fine by me. And I was like, at that moment my heart was shattered. I was like, yeah, this might be the turning point where I have to break up with her. And this was in August still, I think. And yeah, so I went back inside and I said, it's no use, she's just ignoring me. And so then her dad went inside and her dad tried, and her dad came back and he was like, yep, she's useless. And you know, Belle came storming back in and she was like, I'm not useless. Like, she wasn't yelling at the top of her lungs like towards her dad. Like, she yelled at the top of her lungs towards me. Like, seriously. It's funny, like, seriously. I just can't take her seriously. But at the same time, I do feel bad for her. So, yeah. Oh, what else happened now? I'm just trying to think. So, it was September of last year. And me and Belle were slowly falling apart, as in, like, we just didn't really feel like we were in a relationship anymore. We felt like we were kind of just there. And yeah, Belle decided to do something, and I completely flipped. I didn't full on yell at her. I was like, what did you do that for? And she was like, I'm just playing around. And I was like, you know what, that's it. We're breaking up. I can't deal with you anymore. And at that moment, she screamed at me. Like, she burst into tears. She was screaming at me. And at that moment, I thought, you know what, I'm done with you now. And I just walked off. She was screaming at me. She was like, come back here now. I'm not done with you. And I just kept on walking. And she burst into tears. There was this bunch of lads who watched the whole thing. One of the kids' names was Jaden, and I used to hate Jaden. Like, he used to be all cocky and think he was a bad man, you know. He said he had anger issues, but I was like, mate, I understand, because I do as well. But I'm learning how to control it. So when the time comes, just hold it in, but don't clog it. No, but don't bottle it up to the point where when you do let it out, it's worse than what's meant to be. And yeah, every time I see him now, we both have a chat. We both talk about things, you know. We're buds. We're best. Well, not quite best friends, because I don't see him often. I only see him when I'm playing at Ashmere every so often. So yeah. So he came up to me afterwards and he was like, "Yo, bro, what happened?" I was like, "I'm done with her. Like, she took the whole thing to the next level." And then what happens next? I get the news from her friends. Apparently, she's done an overdose on paracetamol. Yeah. Out of all drugs in the world to do an overdose on, she chose paracetamol. Smart choice, to be fair, because, you know, other drugs could waste you easily, but somehow Belle was lucky to survive, which I'm thankful for. If she actually died, like, and all her friends came hunting me down, saying, "Yeah, we're gonna kill you now because you caused our friend to kill herself," like that would have been the one thing that would have triggered me the most. That's the one thing that would have made me throw hands. like even at the girls, because seriously, like the girl. Well, and then next thing you know, I get a message off a random user, and it was, oi Josh. Well, it went something like this. So I went, oi Josh. Honestly, you should definitely go kill yourself. Like your life isn't worth it anymore. You made Belle nearly kill herself, of course, and I think you're the one who should have killed themselves. And then I asked, who is this? And they responded with, it don't matter, broski. And at that moment I was like, that's Molly. And I didn't want to talk to her because I hate talking to her. She's just a whining bitch, man. That's one way to put it. So then I decided to. Well, Belle phoned me in school. She came up to me. She was like, "I need a word with you." And I was like, "Okay," like, because she said it in a way that she'd never said it before. And so she apologised to me for everything that she did, and I was like, "Okay, that's fine. I forgive you." But then she was like, "So do you want to date me again?" I was like, "No." And at that moment, I saw the bulb go out in her eyes, like all the hearts just in her eyes. And she was like, "Why?" I was like, I just don't want to." So at that moment, she ran away from me. Yeah, so yeah, yeah, she never bothered me after that, up until around, when was it? I'd say it was about February or March, maybe. I think it might have been after my birthday. So basically, me and Belle, we were talking again, so we were friends again. And so she came to mine, and of course she just chilled out. Like I told my mum she's coming round, and she was like, "Okay, that's fine." And so we just chilled out. She came into my room and played Roblox for a bit. When I used to play Roblox, I don't play it anymore. Yeah, when it was time to go, she left. And then this was the moment where everything just went downhill. So before, she would usually allow me to slap her ass, slap the booty. But at that moment, I did it, and she gave me a look which I did not recognise at the time. It was a bit of like a smile, but more of a frown at the same time. And at that moment, I knew I fucked up. I knew that's it. What have I done? Oh no. And a couple of days later, well no, a couple of months later actually, her friends came storming outside to me, and they were like, "Why are you sexually harassing Belle for?" I was like, "Whoa! Hold up 1 minute. I do not recall that." And they were like, "Yes, you are." And then her Belle's other friend Efi came up to me, and she was like, "If you do it again, we'll call the police on you." And then, right as all of it carried on, I was like, "Wait, what? What do you mean?" Like, I was confused at that moment. I was like, "What happened?" And so real shit carrying on from there. So then I got called into the teacher's office. Miss Mack, who she was the health and safety team teacher. I don't know. She left now. Only if she was still around me to tell me what job she did. So I don't fucking know. Oh, I know. Pastoral manager. That was it. So she questioned me. She was like, "So, I want to hear your side of the story from what happened to Bella earlier." I was like, "Miss, I don't understand what happened. All I know is that Molly and Effie came up to me and they said that I've done something which I do not recall." And at that moment, I saw something in her eye. She believed me. So then I told her, "Look, I would never do anything bad, even if it was tempting. I just wouldn't." And then she looked at me and she said, "So apparently Molly and Effie have both said that you had apparently smacked Belle's arse without permission." And I was like, "What do you mean? She always lets me do it," which is true. She never used to mind it, and so basically, I told her everything, like from when we first dated to whenever, and I answered all the questions honestly, like. Because if you know me very well, I'm a very honest man. I will tell you anything you need to know. Well, not everything. I'm not, as I said earlier, I'm not Akinator. I don't know everything. But, you know what I do know? I do know how to make teachers believe me. With stuff. So, I looked her in the eyes and I was ready. I knew, alright, she's going to ask me those questions. All I got to do is just answer them correctly and honestly. So yeah, that's what I did. And afterwards, she brought Belle down. Yeah, not the smartest idea, huh? Because what if we quarrel? What if we get into a fight? Maybe what if we don't get along? We did get along, of course. We didn't want to taste each other's blood. All we wanted was to get things sorted. So it's not one of those life lingering things. So afterwards, after it was all done, I told Alfie, definitely shouldn't, and he laughed. Like, he was like, "That's stupid." I was like, I know. She never told me. And of course, somehow it got spread across the school, even though Miss Mack told us not to tell anyone about it, and somehow it managed to get across. I didn't tell anyone. I only told Alfie, and that was it. And usually, Alfie knows that I would genuinely kick his ass if he spreaded anything that I didn't want him to. And I even told him, "Don't say a word." So, you know, that's. Oh, I forgot to mention something. So, back in the end of July last year, me and Belle went on a trip to Ruffwood, up near my primary school. Originally, I was going to go there on my own and go for like a jog around the forest, or the wood, should I say. And Belle said, "Yeah, I'll come along." Bad idea. So we went through the woods. We got lost. I used Google Maps to figure my way out, in which we succeeded. We ended up near Lane Head, which was my nursery, believe it or not. So yeah, afterwards we took a trip up to the park up Johnson Road, which I can't remember the name of. I think it's called like Johnson Park or something. I don't know. As I said earlier, I'm not Akinator. So yeah, Belle's mum said that she wanted Belle home, and Belle said, "I'm all the way at Johnson Road Park." She was like, "Okay, fine, I'll pick you up." And she was like, "No, no, no, it's fine, I'll walk." And this was about 8 o'clock at night. So as we were on our way, we went down the alleyway where my cousin Ethan lives. He doesn't live in an alleyway. Just want to put that clear. As misleading as that sounds. And yeah. So we went down there, and Belle was tired. So I said, "You know what? I'll get up. I'll try my best to carry her." And she was like, "No, no, no, don't." So then, of course, I didn't hear her say "don't" in time, and I tried picking her up. But guess what I did instead? I floored her, and she was injured. She said she was in pain, and at that moment, I crouched down, I hugged her, and I told her, from the bottom of my heart, I am sorry. But what did she do? She ignored me and ran away. And at that moment, she ran off. She disappeared. I tried chasing her. It looked weird, but I was honestly chasing her. It sounds weird as well, I know. Like, I was chasing her down streets, down alleyways. Like I was like, "Mel, it was an accident. There's no need to run away from me like this." She didn't listen. She carried on running, and in the end, I just gave up because I lost her. Like, I literally lost her, so I decided, you know, I'll just go home. And at one point, I was planning to put a tracker on the phone, so if she does run away from home again, I could track her phone. But at the same time, it needed permission from the user who I'm tracking down. So I thought, you know what? No, I won't do it. I'll just have to think. So then afterwards, I messaged the parents saying Belle's done a runner again, and they were not happy at all. Seriously, they were not happy. They were like, help me find her. And I was like, okay, fine. So we went looking out for her, and we gave up. But our parents didn't. Our parents carried on. Parents were determined to find their child, and in the end, they found her. Well, no, Belle messaged me saying that she was home in the middle of the night, which I saw the next day. And I texted her saying, "If you do that one more time, I'm breaking up with you." And she was like, "Oh, sorry." And she kept blaming her zoning out. And at that moment, I was like, "Nope, she's making excuses." But I'll play along with it. And yeah. So yeah, fast forward to present day. Well, not quite present day. A couple of weeks ago. Yeah. So Belle got an award, and I basically ignored her when I was walking home, and then we stumbled across each other, and yeah, she began talking to me a lot, like she usually does. Yeah, so yeah, we went to some bushes because it was just too warm, so we seek shelter underneath the leaves. It was an open bush, so anyone could see us. But weirdly, there was people sitting behind us. I think they were having a picnic, but I just did not like their presence behind me. Eventually, they moved, and I was relieved. And all of a sudden, I hugged Belle, like, out of nowhere. I just didn't even think. I just hugged her, and she just smiled and hugged me back. And yeah. So I thought, being a bit of a clown myself, I would ask her out again. She said no, which at that moment I was like, phew, I don't want to be with her anymore. So yeah, and then fast forward to present day. Next time I spoke to, well, no, not really. I messaged her asking if she was free, like during the weekend. She was like, "No, I'm packing for my holiday." I was like, "Oh, cool. Where are you off to?" And she said, "An island in Spain, which is near Africa." I said, "Cape Verde again?" She was like, "No, it's got a really weird name which I will not remember." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then she was off, and I did not message her for the entire thing. And then, of course, to present day, 5 days before she comes back, I message her, and then the whole message I read out earlier is how today went, talking to her. So you can already tell that I've had the worst relationship with Belle ever. But seriously, all because of that one goddamn exam, which then had a butterfly effect, which caused more things to happen. She stresses about one thing, she stresses about everything. That's how it all plays out. One little thing causes one massive thing. Also, I don't think that is the butterfly effect. The butterfly effect is if you change one thing in the past, it alters the future completely. I think that's the butterfly thing. So yeah. All I'm going to say is, if I ever see Belle again, if she's begging for me to be a friend again, it's a solid no. If she starts crying, then of course I will tuck her under my arm and hug her, you know. That's what I do with most girls. If they cry, I always hug them, because I know it'll calm them down. So that's the case with Belle. If she's ever crying, just hug her. She'll be a-okay in a couple of minutes. But you must keep hold of the hug. Oh, there was this one time she was crying around the corner, the same area where we kissed for the first time, and I kid you not, my entire shoulder here was just full of tears. She was crying that much. But sometimes I have felt bad for her. Like, sometimes she was treated in ways which just I would never allow someone to treat my girlfriend like. Like her friends as well. She's been around some bad friends as well, like bad reputation. Like Molly, she's equivalent to Daisy in like the Mario series, where she thinks she's everything when she's not, and she's got a very sassy mood and all. Like Efi, she's just the sheep. She just follows what Molly does, and that's what Belle does as well. Belle just follows what Molly does, and I've told her many times, you need to do your own thing. You don't need to rely on others, because one day they'll be useless to you, and you won't have anyone left to rely on. It'll all be on you. But in all seriousness, the one thing I really hated about Belle is, one, that she ran away, and two, she lied to me. Like, of course, I used to lie all the time, but I don't lie at all anymore. No, seriously. I always tell the truth now. I don't tell a lie. Like, Belle even went into therapy afterwards. After the overdose of paracetamol. You know, she tried doing something else, which I can't say on YouTube because they'll take the video down. Also, YouTube, if you see this part, or you already decide to take the stream down, if you do, do not take down the part where I said that she tried to kill herself, because honestly, I'm just explaining my story. And by the way, she is still alive. I can clarify that, because those messages are clear evidence that she is still alive. And that is her account as well. Like, seriously. Like, Belle is what I call a nightmare. Well, a nightmare of a girlfriend, should I word it. Like, seriously, if she ever asks you out, just say no. Because it is not worth it. Like, I'll be honest, her physique it's okay. She's got a little bit of fat on the stomach. Her arms are probably about the same, a similar size to mine, except mine have got more muscle. But in all seriousness, she has got wide hips. That's the eye catcher. And that's not the thing I even wanted. When I first dated Belle, she didn't have any of that. She was just a sweet little girl who was kind to me. That's one way to word it. But you know, people change. Like me, I changed my hairstyle after what, nearly 10 years. I mean, I've had a comb over for 10 years. Like, I'm looking at these photos here, and it's a photo of me when I was in primary school. I don't have a comb over there, but I look at least 5, at least. So I think I was about 6 when I first got a comb over. But to be fair, I'm going back to my old style. To be fair, because how I used to have my hair, I used to brush it down, like most lads have it now. Strangely, it's almost like I did a trend when I was younger. But seriously, if anybody watches this video now and you're ready to show this to Belle, well, and Belle's watching this part, well, guess what? Hey Belle, how you doing? It's me, the guy who absolutely despises you right now. Yeah, so I want an apology from you, and if you don't give me one, I'll never speak to you again. And I will also make sure that everyone knows that, well, no, I'll make sure every lad knows what you've done. And I mean all the lads you've spoken to. That's it, all of them. But I'm being genuinely serious. What Belle has done is way too far. She has crossed a line. Like, she only cares for one guy. One guy, and apparently he's trust issues. Like, seriously, like I could message him saying, "Hi, I'm a boy on Belle's phone." Like, I could say, "Look, I'm her friend. Me and her, we have no interest in each other. So don't worry about me. I'm not trying to steal her." Plus, Belle's probably going to break up with that guy, literally, as soon as she gets home. Like, it's similar. There's a similar case with her friend who was Portuguese last year when she went to Cape Verde, in which it looked like a nice place, to be fair. I might consider it. Like, seriously, she made friends with this Portuguese girl. Like, I wanted Belle to introduce me to her, but by the time I asked, she said that they weren't friends anymore because they both left. I was like, that's stupid. Should have stayed in contact. And she was like, no. I was like, oh, okay. And I'm out of wood again. Bro, what's going on? Yeah, the roof isn't going to be like this. I'm going to have oak stairs going all the way around up to the top. Oof, that was a bit of a sketchy job. Yeah, but seriously, Belle is a bad person. Even my ex-girlfriend Jenny, who I still speak to, agrees. Like, I bet you somewhere on my phone right now, hidden deep underneath, like all the photos that I have of like me like on holidays out with mates, you know, there's probably still photos of Belle which I cannot show to the internet. Like, we never really took any photos where we had our clothes off. Belle doesn't even know what my you-know-what looks like, and I don't even know what her you-know-what looks like. That's the best part. We'll never know. You see, we kept it dry, as my mate's worded it. I'm trying to restrict what I'm saying, only because I don't want to get banned. Well, not banned, but I don't want to get striked off of YouTube. Sorry. So yeah, for an amazing conclusion, all I can say is, me and Belle, we do not know each other anymore. Well, I don't know her anymore. She knows me still. Like, she would probably see me and go, "Hi, Josh." And I'll just be like, they're like, "Do I know you?" Because seriously, I just don't want anything to do with her anymore. Because seriously, what? There's like 4 billion girls in the world, and I'm only apparently attached to one. That's ridiculous. Like, seriously, I have loads of girls that I'm thinking of right now, in which I could date them instead of Belle. Like, no, I'm not gonna say their names. Only because I don't want to have any backlash. Like, they find me and then they confront me. Like, "Oh, so you like me? Okay, that's fine, but I don't like you, and I don't want to risk getting rejected." Because I've only been rejected twice. Well, no, 3 times actually. One by a girl who I liked her, but I didn't want to date her. My mates kind of forced it on me and told her that apparently I wanted to do stuff to her, which I definitely would not ever do. Like, the thing is with Alfie Perks, he's just cocky. He thinks he owns everyone. Like, he doesn't tell anyone anything like about his social life, and that's why nobody can ever roast him, because he has no social life. But I did use that against him once, and he was speechless, and that's how I won. And everyone was looking at me like, well, not everyone, but like all of his mates were looking at me like, how did he do that? Because like, the thing is, Alfie, he just constantly talks over you, and I talk over him back, and you know, gets repetitive, and he's like, shut the fuck up, like, getting all aggressive. I'm like, chill your beans, lad, chill, relax, dude. You're letting the freak take over. Not really. Right, let's make some stairs. But seriously, if I ever see Alfie Perks like ever again, yeah, me and him are gonna have words. Or if he's applying for a job, maybe, like, I'll step in and say some things which hopefully get him kicked out of his job. Because seriously, that kid pisses me off. I want to make sure that kid suffers, just like how he made me suffer in school. No, seriously, Alfie made me suffer. He made something up about Molly Regan, the girl who I liked, but I didn't want to date. And everyone just started talking to me about it. They're like, "Oh, so you did so and so with Molly?" I was like, "No." Like, "Oh, but Alfie said you did." I was like, "What did you just Alfie for? He's the most unreliable kid in this entire classroom / school." And "Oh, I'll believe him over you." And I was like, "He has the deadest trim in the world, and you're taking his side." Like, what's trim got to do with this? People say my hair's shit, and I still get people on my side. And then, it just gets out of hand. And it starts an argument. There was even this one where apparently I did something with my stepsister, apparently. There was... Apparently I did the you-know-what with my... Well, I did the Devil's Tango with my stepsister. Well, first of all, 1, I don't have a stepsister. 2, whoever told you that is probably a retard and has probably heard it from the wrong person. And 3, seriously. Like, honestly, anyone who believes that I've done something with my stepsister is wrong. Like, seriously, they need to rethink their options. Only because, 1, I don't have a stepsister. However, my dad does have a girlfriend who does have a daughter, but they're not married. And they never will be. As basically both of them have stated. I asked Dad if he was going to get married again to Liz, and both of them said no. I'm telling you, I was fuming when I found out that people were making fake rumours about me. They were saying, "Oh, he's a YouTuber, let's just make fun of him." Okay, I know I'm a YouTuber, but like, there's other kids in this year that have a YouTube channel as well, you know. "Oh, but yours is the most famous because everyone knows who you are." Well, I know, and I don't care. Also, I'm not gonna continue building the castle today, only because I kind of don't want to anymore. I've kind of rethought my choice. So what I'm going to do instead is try to finish my house. But I did start working on a castle, so technically this episode does count. It's not invalid at all, which is the best part. But I've been looking at my friends' TikToks recently and Snap stories, and I've noticed some people starting to do vlogs for some reason. Like, first of all, I saw Eva Rogers. I saw her vlog where she was painting, and when I first saw it, I got a bit alarmed. I was like, is she mocking me in a way? But at the same time, anyone can do a vlog. And plus, I don't speak the way she does. I never start a vlog off with the, "Hey guys, we're doing another vlog." I don't do that. That's not me. That's her. And how I start a vlog is I go, "Hey guys, what's up? So today we're doing a vlog on so and so." That's how I start my intros. Not with the kind of feminine like accent. "Oh my god!" But I don't do that. That's not me. That's somebody else. Like, seriously, there is loads of kids who I would love to kick their asses right now, like in school. Well, who used to be in my school. I can't really say in school anymore because I don't go to school anymore. I'm a freeman. Well, free man. I keep saying freeman because that's my That's my cousin's last name, Lewis Freeman. It's a good last name, to be fair, and I'm part Freeman myself. I'm a Freeman and I'm a Malpass. So why didn't I get the last name Josh Freeman Malpass? Like, that would have been much cooler than Joshua Adam Harry Malpass. Like people will ask me, who's Adam and who's Harry? Adam is my dead uncle who got electric shot, who got electrocuted at a factory, and Harry is I think it's my granny's father or great granddad or something. I don't know. But seriously, I don't know how many times I have to say this, but I would love to do a vlog with either Eva Rogers and Evie Jackson. Like, seriously. Like, I mean, one at a time, of course. Like, as in, I'll do you one day and then I'll do you the other. I don't care who it is. Like, I would love to hang out with them girls and maybe a few of them lads. Oh, my legs. Ah! I hurt for bowling. I went bowling last night and then my legs feel like jelly. If I punch my leg right now, it would be in pain for like the rest of today. And today finishes in literally 3 hours. It's literally 3 hours until midnight. Well, less than that. It's 3 hours and 43 minutes currently. After looking on this clock. But you know, I'll get used to it. I mean, when I go to sleep tonight, because I didn't sleep last night, everything should be much better in the morning. But seriously, today's been fun. Like, I've been going to different places, trying to look to see if I can get a job, you know. And you know what they all said? Book it online. Well, no, look at it online, not book. Like, you know what? I'm gonna reach out to some like people like Eva Rogers. I wanna like reach out to them. I wanna ask her if you want to do a vlog together. But I added her on Snap and she hasn't responded. Come on, Eva, accept. I promise you, I don't bite. Even though I look like I do sometimes. That's only when the freak is let out. But to be fair, yeah, when I say the freak is let out, as in I go crazy. Because I do go crazy sometimes. Well, it's rare. It's very rare actually. But like when I go crazy, it's quite scary to be fair. Like, I do things which I would never do. Like, it happened once when I played bowling with Belle on my birthday, last year. I nearly threw a bowling ball to her. Yep, that's how crazy I went. And you know what the worst part is? It scared me more than anything else. I didn't care about myself and how I was feeling. I was caring. I was worried about my others because Ethan and Toby, my cousins, they were looking at me like, Josh, what are you doing? What, you nearly threw a bowling ball at Belle? Like, when I say nearly, as in I didn't throw it, but like I swung it like, towards her, which kind of scared her. And yeah, apparently my finger nearly slipped, so I nearly threw it at her, which, yeah, it was true. And that's what scared me, because if I threw a bowling ball at her and it knocked her out unconscious, that's all on me. No one else, me. It was my actions. But at the same time, even if I did throw a bowling ball to her, like, still, I mean, probably knock some sense into her, but at the same time, it probably knock more unconscious thoughts than sense. But you know, I'm not a guy who is violent. I'm the most chilled out guy on this planet. Like, seriously, I don't even get angry anymore. Like, it's not often I get angry. Ooh, I thought I was dead. Right, you know what? We're gonna call it a day for now. Why is this open? Video pad, what the hell's that? Oh, don't matter. Well, anyways, I'm gonna do a bit of work later on tonight, probably about midnight, because I want to try and get some stuff done. So yeah, thanks for watching. Yep, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Take